Welcome back, blade fans, to Thunderbird, Vosteed Thunderbird, a very popular model with them. I'm going to show you a new one today. Yes, the third one that I either have been sent by Vosteed or have purchased. Both are true. So let me just get back out a little bit. Thought you'd like to see the nice decal that they give us with the Thunderbird knives. Well, here's what we're talking about today. This is a smaller and lighter version of the Thunderbird. And that handle material, it does come in a few different handle materials. By the way, this one was sent for review and consideration by Vosteed to me. They asked me if I'd like to review their new Thunderbird. So I'll give you the model number in a minute, but it's, as far as I know, we're simply referring to it as a new and smaller Thunderbird. This has the green cloud carbon fiber. And at first I thought it was fat carbon fiber. I erroneously put that up on Instagram. Somebody corrected me that this was kind of a knockoff of fat carbon fiber. So it is not fat carbon fiber, but Vosteed is referring to it as green cloud. And you can see the clouds in there. It's kind of cool. It goes all the way through. I first started seeing this type of material on the petrified fish knives. At any rate, this is the same sort of blade profile that we've seen on earlier Thunderbirds. And we have a hollow in here and a flat here. So really it is a Tonto style blade. You can see that really nice compound grind there. Big fuller that leads into the hole. It is a button lock, yes. And this one is made from, by the way, it's a tri-way, so I'm not, somehow that top front flipper knocks into my hand when I try to open it. But I do like the back flipper best of all. But it is a three-way. It's the hole, it's a front flipper, and it's a back flipper. So you can see that kind of rectangular shape there. As I was about to say, before I rudely interrupted myself, it is M390. And as far as I know, it's the first M390 blade that they've done in the Thunderbird at the very least. You can see by the size of my hand and the knife that it is a smaller Thunderbird. You can still switch the clip over to the left side, although it's not perfectly deep carry. It is a folded over steel clip. And I'll give you all the links and whatnot. So far, I was only seeing this out at the Vosteed site. It's a relatively new drop for December 2023. Here we are just a few days before Christmas, ahead of the Christmas weekend. Figured you might enjoy seeing another Thunderbird in the mix. Well, let's measure, because we're going to see that it is smaller. It is a 7.15, I'll call that overall, and a 3-inch blade, sub 3-inch, just by a bit. Well, I'm going to call it 3-inch if you measure it right to the handle. Cutting edge, 2 3/4. And I've got everything mixed up on the table here. So if I can find, and I did, this little instrument, it's a 0.47 inches thickness in the handle. And it is a 0.10 thickness of the blade stock, which works out to, in millimeters, 2.7. And it is a light knife. And that is mostly due to the fact that it is a hidden liner. It's a nested liner that is well skeletonized. So what we've got here is 2.7, we'll call it 2.7 ounces, a real flyweight and as far as knives go. Comes through with a decent edge. Shall I risk a cutting demo? Yep. I was cutting curly cues there a moment ago. There we go. We'll call it sharp, but not the sharpest. Leave it at that. And I can never get the paper off this table, which is why I hesitate sometimes with cutting tests. Anyway, 2.7 ounces and about a 3-inch blade right to the handle. I think they were listing it as like a 2-point something. So my measurements are a little different. I want to just add this little piece in the video here because I like to talk about this in terms of button locks. Back out a little bit more here. There we go. The button is pretty recessed on this one. I think that's a good thing. I noticed that it stands pretty proud of the handle on this one. They call it the Trek lock, button lock, and they do a pretty good job of hiding it so that you don't accidentally press it. This one is very subdued, however. I don't know if they vary this on purpose or not. This particular Thunderbird here, I guess it stands out about the same. And you can see, if you can see, that they've subdued that button a bit. And by the way, no button stick with this one. 0 button stick. There is nothing. It is a nice, even press all the way through. So I like that. And that means if the flat of your thumb is there and you push it by accident, it loosens up a little bit, but it will not close. You have to get the tip of your thumb in there to close it. And so I inserted this section because I believe you probably have some concerns when it comes to button locks as far as accidental closing goes. So there you go, and we'll move on. I don't think my tape is stretched out anywhere it's giving inaccurate information. But let's show you the first Thunderbird that I got in this kind of Damascus G10. This G10 versus the carbon fiber. And you will see, let's see, put them around this way. You will see that we're talking about an inch and I don't have a grid here. About an inch longer on the old Thunderbird, the original one, or an inch shorter, however you want to look at that. Here is the White Mountain Knives Special in 154 cm. And this is I believe, aluminum handle. On this guy, I don't think it's titanium. I could be wrong. Do I have the box nearby? Well, I can take a look. But this was a White Mountain Knives Special with that rock pattern on the aluminum there. And this one does also have nested liners, so they're setting them up pretty much the same. Let's put them in line here. So we've got pretty much a clone between these two, and we've got the shorter little brother there. As far as steels go, this one was 154, I believe. No, S35 VN on this guy. They're all over the place. That one is 154 cm for White Mountain, and that's M390. So there's that little Thunderbird family there. I like the blade profile. Let's see if, yeah, that's hollow as well. And I think they're all hollow. But a good size in the hand, you have a choil here where you can place your finger. Yeah, they all have the choil, just checking. You got a little choil here. So as short as the knife is, you can grip it right up here very nicely. And you can see how deep that hollow is. It's quite nice, beautiful grind there with that Tonto-ish style blade. Should leave them all out. So that is a little different than the blade we have here on this Thunderbird, where you have kind of a change of the grind angle here Yeah, it's there. Okay, it's there. It's just not as pronounced as on the little guy. Yeah, same thing here. What they did, possibly due to the size and the way they had to grind it, is it just stands out a little bit more there, that compound. So as I was saying, you can open it with, and it's a little small for me, middle finger flick, very easily. If your hands are more dexterous than mine, you can do the front flipper as well. I managed it that time. And certainly back flipper is always easy because all the fingers get out of the way. Take another look at this really nice cloud pattern carbon fiber. So the little brother of the group, if you were looking for a smaller Thunderbird and you like the profile, this might be something for you. Jimping is there. It's not particularly rough. It's a little bit slippery, but it's a good sized thumb ramp for holding the knife that way. Just even, my hand's maybe just a little bit wider than the handle on this. Personally, I prefer the larger version. You guys that like a smaller pocket knife, that might be the one for you. And I do thank, once again, the folks at Vosteed for sending this my way for review. Hope you all have a fantastic holiday weekend. If you're seeing this a year from now, I hope the next holiday weekend is fruitful for you as well. This Old Sword signing out. Take care, be well, and prosper.